If you're planning a trip to Sardinia, this is the video we wish we had before we came. We spent 2 weeks driving from the south all the way to the north, exploring beach towns, hidden wineries. This is a very good find. I'm super pumped. Farm-to-table restaurants and some of the bluest water we've ever seen.
And it's so beautiful.
Along the way, we discovered some places that completely lived up to the hype.
That is by far the best thing that I think I've ever eaten.
And others that hardly anyone talks about. These are the 10 places and experiences that made us fall in love with Sardinia.
Starting off with number 1, our favourite beach town in all of Sardinia, Cala Gonone. We put up an Instagram story months ago asking for recommendations about Sardinia, and about 80% of you recommended this town. And as soon as we got there, we absolutely understood why. It is this cute little beach town, and I think we did go at a time of year where it's not so busy, but it was just so cute. It's right on the water. There's all these little restaurants around. It's got beautiful hills. You can go hiking about 5 minutes away as well.
Yeah, actually we did one hike one morning, only for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it was just so beautiful. Right up the top of the hill, you could see the whole valley where Cala Gonone is.
Yeah, it was really nice. Just the vibe there is great. There's also great restaurants and so many things that you can do there too. The most beautiful beaches along that coast, which we will get to in a little bit further down the video.
And I think one thing we realised as travelling around Sardinia is that Cala Gonone is a little bit more local in comparison to the north, and plus it has cheaper prices than what you'll find in the north, which makes it a pretty good base. Number 2, you have to go visit this town, San Pantaleo. We stumbled across this one because we actually booked a restaurant there to have dinner that we got recommended.
Cute little shops everywhere, the vibe, I keep saying the vibe, but honestly, again, once you know, like once you visit these places, you'll just understand. It had like little fairy lights and...
Yeah, it was like if you could imagine a quintessential European town and then put a bunch of awesome restaurants and awesome bars.
And then the backdrop was like these massive mountains as well. We went to this really cool rooftop, and we'll put the name on the screen too. We went for an afternoon, after dinner.
Agave.
And it was just stunning.
So apparently the reason why it is like how it is because in the past all these artists and artisans left from the north because all the rich people came, and then they came to this town because of its beauty and because of what it was surrounded by. And so that's why the town has this like really cool hip hop happening, like artistic kind of thing going on.
So number 3 is visiting an agriturismo. Now, if you don't know what that is, basically it's like a farm-to-table experience in Sardinia. We had no idea what it was before we went, and as soon as we got there, all of these people kept on recommending these different ones. We went to 2. You're probably only going to do 1 on your trip because it is the biggest feast of your entire life. We went to this first one called Agriturismo Baku Kadu. Now, this was half an hour drive inland from Cagliari, which is in the south. We loved it. This was our first experience. We rocked up at 1 o'clock. We left at 5 p.m, like rolled out of there.
And we didn't have to leave. There was still stuff going on. And the vibe was so crazy, wasn't it? It was like fun. Super local.
Yeah. And they give you, we walked in and there was all this stuff on the table, like antipasta stuff. And then they just keep bringing you dishes. And then they have mains and dessert and coffee and unlimited wine. And it was €40 per person.
Yeah. I can't even believe that it can just be that so cheap. One thing that I would say though, pace yourself.
Yeah, Tice did not pace himself, and he was so full for like days.
I know.
It was crazy. And on that note as well, we went to another beautiful agriturismo in Cala Gonone called Agriturismo Cordula Fully, and this was the best. We finished our trip here. And this one was €45 per person. The dishes were a little different. There wasn't as much food, but I loved it even more. The view was just spectacular.
Yeah, and on that, like, there was still enough food.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So much.
And I'm sure you could ask for more there, to be honest. But the view, it was crazy. You walk up and this farm is literally on the top of a hill.
Amazing.
Incredible.
So cool. And then 2 others that we did get recommended that we didn't get a chance to visit are Agriturismo La Colti, which is also up north, and Agriturismo Sargadia. So if you are around those, maybe give them a little Google check as well.
Number 4, you're going to want to go and do a boat day, and there are so many different places you can do this in Sardinia. The first one and the one that we did was on the Boonay coast. So that is, you can take it from Calaganoni, from the port there, and then go visit these beaches along that coast, which are
Stunning.
so stunning.
Yeah.
So stunning. So there's pretty much 3 different types of boats you can do. You can hire a boat and drive it yourself, and these are like €180 per day. We did this before in Greece and had the best time ever. And we tried to do this here, but unfortunately it was windy on the day that we were supposed to go. Then you can get a hop-on, hop-off boat. So a boat that will take you to one of the beaches and then it'll come and pick you up later. Or you can do like a day tour, and the day tours range in price because they take you to different things, but usually you've got a boat, you've got a captain, and they'll take you to all the best places, include lunch and stuff, which is pretty cool.
Number 5 is you're going to want to do a lot of beach hopping, in particular some really famous beaches. There is one called La Polesa that you need to get to, but you must book ahead of time. So there are 2 ways to do this. They have 1,500 spots open for the beach, and they do this just to monitor the amount of people that go in per day. 500 of these spots you can book well ahead of time, like months and months and months. So if you jump on now, we'll pop the website on the screen, you can book ahead. But if you miss out on the 500 spots there, they actually open up around 999, 48 hours in advance of the day that you want to go at 9 a.m. So for example, if you wanted to go on a Saturday, jump online on your computer at 9 a.m. on a Thursday and book your spot. It's only about €3 or something per person, so it's
cheap,
not much.
But it goes like you're buying a concert ticket.
It honestly felt like I was buying a concert ticket. I was like, oh my God, I got to quickly get them. And then within like 5 minutes, we got them.
Yeah.
And then I looked back like 10 minutes later and they were all gone.
Yeah.
So be on there early, 9 a.m. to book your tickets. There are so many other beautiful beaches as well, really famous ones. Some you don't need to book and some you do, but I will put up a full list on the screen here. So if you want to screenshot this and make sure you make your way through them all.
Number 6, you got to go visit the Madalena Islands. And we actually did this by accident because we were supposed to go to La Polesa, and then that one was a little bit windy. So we decided to go to the Madalena Islands, and we're sure glad we did because it's a group of 7 archipelago islands and they're exceptionally beautiful. And actually you can get to this Madalena Island by ferry. So what you can do is drive to Palau, and then you can pay, I think it was like €30 each, and you can drive onto the ferry. That ferry will take you to La Madalena Island, and you can stay there. It's got a cute town, there's things happening. You can also drive across to another island that's connected via bridge, and this is where most of the most beautiful beaches are. I'll put a list of some of the beaches that you go check out there. And then here as well, you can do day trips and boat trips, and lots of people do boat trips here because there's so many little beaches and coves, and it's just really, really beautiful.
Yeah, there's one particular beach as well that only allows 80 people per day. So we missed out on that one too, and it's a very select group. So if you want to go check that out, we've heard it's absolutely stunning. Number 7 is more of an experience, and you can do this anywhere as long as you've got a grocery store and a beach, which you will have access to. So head to the grocery store, get yourself a beautiful fresh baguette, get some mozzarella, some pesto, some tomato, some basil,
mortadella,
and anything you want to put on this beautiful baguette sandwich. Bring all your ingredients to the beach and just hang out and make yourself a beautiful beach sandwich. We did this in Calaganoni. Can't remember the name of the beach as well. The names are just hard to remember, guys. But honestly, we loved this experience so much. The food was so fresh, and it was cheap. It was like €10 for both of us.
That's the thing, when you're in Europe, you got to eat the fresh fruit and veg, and all of the cheeses and the meats are so good. So when you make that sandwich, like, it would be just as good as anything you buy out, but you can enjoy it while you're sitting in the beautiful Mediterranean sand and jumping in the blue water. Number 8, you got to try all the beautiful Italian food, and the Sardinians have some special stuff. So one is culaggiones, and this is like a ravioli, large one, stuffed with potato and cheese, I think. But we had it the first time in Cagliari at this restaurant that I'll put the name on the screen because it was so exceptional.
Yummy.
Blew us away. I think that's where you want to live because it's literally like like the best mashed potato you've ever had in a dumpling. I don't want to say that on screen.
I think it was like the best thing that we ate on like single item of food in Sardinia. It was amazing.
I remember taking the first bite and like I melted and I was like, oh, Abby, you're gonna love it.
My only regret is not getting more. I think there was only 3 that came with them. We were fighting for the last one.
Yeah, we should have got more for sure.
Definitely.
And then the other thing that they're famous for is ciadas, and these are like a dessert ravioli, so fried pastry with cheese, and then they drizzle hot honey over the top. Honestly, it's hard not to like something like that. There's a bunch more dishes that you can try in Sardinia, and I'll put a full list here so you can see them and screenshot them and try them when you go.
Number 9 is visit a town in the south called Cagliari. We were actually pronouncing this wrong for the entire trip, calling it Cagliari for so long. So we apologise if you've been watching our first YouTube. And now we know that it's pronounced Cagliari. It's a silent G. But we loved this town. We stayed actually about 45 minutes away in a cute little town called Torre delle Stelle, which we loved as well.
Cagliari is the main city in Sardinia, and so it's got all the historic buildings and everything. It's got a heap of awesome restaurants and places to hang out.
Yeah.
And we even did a boat trip down in Cagliari with a guy called Franco. We'll put up his name up here because he was an absolute legend. And so it's still got beautiful beaches around there, even though it's the major city.
A few things that you should do while you're there is go to San Benedetto Market. Now, when we were there, the main one was closed, but they kind of had this pop-up temporary one, and it was like just as good.
Awesome.
Go in, grab some fresh fruit, just wander around. We had oysters. We had this amazing like tomato pastry thing. It was so yum. And then eat at a place called Sadomu Sada. That is where we had the dumplings.
That's where it was. That was so good.
So good.
And that one books out, but if you go early when it opens at 7 or 7:30, then you'll get in. We've got in fine.
Yeah.
Number 10, you should venture inland. The coast is absolutely beautiful, but also if you go inland, there's so much to explore as well. Like, for example, we went to a winery called Lubedu, and that's in the north, and this winery was so cute.
So good.
So beautiful, surrounded by mountains. It was fully family run. The wines were really delicious. The family was so fun
She
and
was
so
so
nice.
lovely. Yeah. It only opens at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. till 7, I think, and we went bang on 3. We were the only ones there, but then by the time we were leaving at 4, it was getting very busy. They just have a few select like family wines that they make there, obviously on the winery, and then they gave us like a little tasting plate.
And then the other thing you can check out is natural pools and waterfalls, because Sardinia is full of them. And one that we didn't get to go to that we got recommended by a local is called Sardinia. And this is apparently a waterfall with natural pools, and it's extremely beautiful, hidden inside the forest. So, man, something that like if we had more time, we would 100% do.
Yeah, I think it was only maybe like an hour and a half-ish drive from Cagliari. So on your way up from Cagliari to Calaganoni, maybe you could, go a little inland, spend the afternoon swimming in the beautiful freshwater holes, and then make your way. Awesome, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you drop any questions below if you have them. Yeah. And make sure you also follow us on Instagram here because we're a bit more active there day to day.
Cheers.